Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I will be checking out a new track from the Wise Man's Fear. It is called The Rival and features Lauren Babic, which is pretty cool. It will be neat to see that collaboration. I've talked a decent amount about this band on the channel at this point. I've done as many of the singles as I could. I feel like something has always come up when they're dropping a single. Like this time, I wanted to do this when it came out, but it was like right when I recently left and had all my stuff pre-recorded and everything. So now that I'm back, I wanted to be sure this was one of the first things I got to listen to. I will link all of their social media, the video or visualizer that I'll be checking out in this reaction, all that in the description of this video. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it.
We never fail to fall. We never learn to read the minds of this world. We never fail to fall. So just turn the page. Straight from our sorrows like burdens of violence, anguish of fear never tomorrow. Turn away and face the dawn. You know not what lies at every turn. From things you say you can't learn. Watch closely for imposters, for down here living monsters. Who we are is all we know, but there's more if you let go. So we turn the page. A rival now will bring your walls to the ground, but you can't move until you let it. Turn the page. I'll light it up, burn it down to the ground, but you can't move until you let go. Life lies, closed eyes, I'm not sleeping tonight. Feels like a ghost, always slipping from sight. When I'm alone, I let my mind roam free, but it's always my demon. I've broken the silence until it's the giants. I'm letting go so I can hear the bruise. Someone on your bright face, still blood for a new face. I'm letting go
The Wise Man's Fear, The Rival featuring Lauren Babic. Let's discuss. Very neat. And for me, my favorite in their discography that I've heard is Valley of Kings. And I know some people that I've talked to who are very, very into the Wise Man's Fear, and their favorites are from their older stuff. I think that we tend to have different favorites when it comes to the single, whereas this will be the one I feel like gets the most repeat from me of what we have so far off the album. It's a mixture of, because for me on Valley of Kings, it was definitely stuff like what went wrong in that chorus, the hooks. I think I've talked about this somewhere in my The Wise Man's Fear videos on the channel, but getting caught in like the hooks and sort of like almost like the delivery taking some sort of like pop approaches with some of the clean vocals, but then also like that slamming sound in some of the unique stuff, like I talked about them working with Johnny Frank and having the flute breakdown on Valley of Kings. Like, it's just a very interesting album, and it goes in a lot of different directions while being a cohesive like record that, you know, tells a story and stuff like that. It's just, I really dig that album, and I know I've had some people try to convince me to change my favorite album from them and such from that record to some of their older stuff, but it just, for me, that's the sound. And it's hard for me to maintain a favorite track off of it too. It's like constantly changing with my mood, which I think a really good album for me, that's how it works. It means there are, like, you know, there are some songs that I may not listen to for a period of time that, you know, when I feel differently a few months from them, I will, stuff like that. But beyond that, with this feature, I really dig. I talked about that for far too long. I may have to cut that out, or we may just leave it. Who cares? But anyway, the feature, having Lauren come in with you know, energy, coming in with aggression, but then, you know, as the feature progresses and going back into that last chorus, having her vocals there. Also, the second half of her feature having those like clean vocals backing it, it sounded really neat, because it wasn't your typical, like, you know, it's not typically how you would see that done there. So that sounded really good to me. Also, I was glad it carried out into that last chorus, into the real outro of the song, because otherwise I think it would have felt very like very short for the song. So her feature felt, I was wondering going into it, because with her voice, I feel like you could do a really awesome chorus feature with that, or like this, they still had an incredibly strong chorus. That was one of my favorite parts of the track. I love that chorus. For me, that was the cleaner sounds to this track were what were drawing me more. Some of the choice on delivery and some of those words, especially with the Wise Man's Fear's discography, I think that's something that they do well, is some of the choices that they do on not even just the irony there, just forget it. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not just that, also some of the, you know, not even really melody either, just some of like the emphasis and stuff, and how the instrumentals really come to match, like, I think, I can't remember what part it was leading up to. I don't believe it was the feature. I think it might have been like the verse right before that, but the song really kind of slowed down, and it was more of like a slow moment before it picked up and built up into that last part of the song, which I really dug as well. So on first listen, those are my thoughts. This will be of the singles that they've released for this album, which we're getting up there in terms of numbers now. This will be on I need to re-listen to all of them, but I think I can pretty confidently say this will be the one that gets the most listens from me at this point. So let me know what your favorite has been in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Other than that, you can find the visualizer as well as all of the Wise Man's Fears merch, social media in the description of this video. Let me know your thoughts, and I will have my link tree in the description as well. That will have the invite for the Discord server. As always, I talk about it in every video. We've got music-related conversation unrelated to music, just a lot going on in the community, listening parties, Last FM stats, pets, lots going on. So that will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link where I post all music related content. I post a chart every Friday of what I've listened to the most over the course of the week. I post my never ending merch collection. I post sometimes about shows if I've been to a show recently and have pictures or videos to share from that sort of stuff. So if that interests you at all, my handle on there is Rachel Reacts, just like my YouTube channel, but again, it will be in that link tree in the description. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.